whether reference number IP, Eastern and Southern African Trade and Development Bank, and another versus Martin Program. Reference number ID 2000. But rather, whether a reasonable mind having this background information would reasonably suspect the possibility of bias on the part of Justice Ogola. I beg that the record reflects that passage. The test is not to ask whether Mr. Justice Ogola can disabuse his mind of any knowledge he may have of the respondent, but that whether a reasonable mind having this background information would reasonably
while we have the focus of what they are saying.
But rather, that whether a reasonable mind having this background information would reasonably suspect the possibility of bias on the part of Justice Ogola. And it's our firm submission on the instructions of our client that if any reasonable mind has been in court present in conduct of these proceedings, they would form a view that the judicial officer, who is you, Your Worship, is biased. And therefore, the requirement and to protect the sanctity of the rights of the accused person is that you recuse yourself. But if that argument is disregarded, the fact, much of that, Your Worship, the fact that you are now responding with the applicants in a complaint at Judicial Service Commission is sufficient that you cannot now discuss justice against a person who has complained on both your conduct and your competence. Judicial officers are not robots, they are human beings. And therefore, we beg and pray that you recuse yourself from this matter for it to proceed independently and impartially.